this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course. Forces longer passes through the aerial route. So, all things considered, that extra layer across midfield is highly, highly effective.
And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, I think this team can do themselves a massive favour by playing to this guy, Jeremy Doku's strengths. He's a bit of a nightmare for many defenders, and it's because of the fact that while a lot of wingers can be inconsistent, this guy has got some real substance. And initially, yes, he did struggle on making those connections to players in the box. Now, it's all beginning to work out.
Okay, interesting. And that's been won straight back. And here's Holland. Cherki! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Ruben Dias. Bernardo Silva. Gehi shifted upfield. Idrissa Gueye. Branthwaite. Tarkowski. Branthwaite. That's been drilled forward. Nice physical challenge. Rodri. Cherki. Lewis. Foden. Foden carries the ball down the right. Oh, what a climb! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Lewis. Cherki. And it's Lewis. Vardiol. And here's Holland. Holland! Oh, that was no routine save.
Holland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
To finish! It's a mighty effort! Deftly away. Cherki. Oh, sweet feet. Bernardo Silva. And here's Holland. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Tarkovsky. Idrissa Gueye. Alcaraz. Oh, good spread. Gueye. There's the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Cherki. Lewis. That's really well manoeuvred. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Ndiaye tries looking up for options on the left. And here's Dewsbury Hall. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Danger averted for now. Lewis. Vardiol. Aim forwards. Branthwaite. Mikolenko. Vardiol. Gueye. Rodri. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Branthwaite is onto it in a flash. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Well, that's well seen too. Keeper's got good distance on that. It's been a pretty frantic start, a lot of front foot pressing. Cherki. And it's Lewis. And here's Foden. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Cherki. Foden. Foden crossed in once more. Rodri.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
And it's played forward. Bernardo Silva. Vardiol. Alcaraz, gently done. Lewis. Gueye forwards and with intent. Moved on forwards.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Holland. Ndiaye. And here's the chance to counter. Vardiol. Gueye. Lewis. That's really well manoeuvred. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, this looks sharp. They get a throw in. Cherky. Now it's Foden. The cross comes in. Keeper has taken decisive action. And reclaimed it in a trice. Played in by Foden. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And they've got rid. Gehi gets across to intercept that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rodri. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Doku. Cherky! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cherky actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Up he goes! Harmlessly behind. Coleman gently done. That has been cut short. Bernardo Silva. And here's Holland. Doku. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Alcaraz is there, and he can get that clear. And they've got a throw. Lewis. Idrissa Gueye does really well to win the ball there. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Alcaraz. Nicely intercepted. And here's Foden. And Bernardo Silva! It's off target and by quite a way. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't take out that killer ball.
Gehi, that's a sharp pass. Foden. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Cherky. And it's Lewis. Lewis. Oh, it's played into the area. And here's Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's having a shot! So who's he picking out? Climbs up big! It just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Ruben Dias. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Branthwaite getting this one clear. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Pradiol. And here's Holland. McNeil was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Dewsbury Hall! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Guardiola. And it's played forward. And it cuts out the supply. Idrissa Gueye. Quality ball. Gueye. And it's come back to the keeper. Lewis. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Rodri. Ruben Dias, forwards and with intent. Ndiaye shifted upfield. And he's there to clear it. Corner then. No way through, so back it comes. And a chance! That's going to go a long way. Branthwaite, aim forwards. Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall, played over towards the opposite flank. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Hit into the middle, oh, smashing header! And the ball's come loose here. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Rodri. So, what can they make of this? Rodri, gently done. Defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Well timed, excellent interception. Rodri. Ruben Dias, driven forward. Idrissa Gueye. Gueye. Rodri. Foden. And it's Rodri. Guardiola. Cherki. Ndiaye. Now, what about a counter-attack? Foden, and here's Holland. Doku. Cleared without complication. And that's a throw. And it's Bernardo Silva. And the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
And it's played forward. Nikolenko. Can he spark a counter here? Tries a deft little ball. Coleman attempts a clearance. Doku. Big chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Foden with the short one. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. It's a mighty effort! And that was very necessary. Cherky. And it's made its way, tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Holland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They've played it short. Shoots! Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
But it's lofted through here. Oh, it's just a little long. Rodri. Played out to the right. Calmly anticipates. And Ndiaye on a charge down the left. He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Rodri. Ruben Dias. Vardiol. Cherky. Lewis. Moved on forwards. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Played out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Cherky. Foden gets into some space. Oh, that's nice. A chance to play it in. Cross goes in there. That's really well manoeuvred. Coleman. It's an exciting looking ball, that. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Alcaraz. That looks a good ball through. Shot a goal! Rodri. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Mikolenko. Idrissa Gueye shifted upfield. Cherky. Vardiol forwards and with intent. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Ndiaye. Mikolenko looks to the other side. Alcaraz tries a measured ball. Ndiaye. Now it's Ndiaye. Ndiaye's cross. Cherky. He can run onto that. He is through here. Holland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Branthwaite goes forward, and it's been played through. Ndiaye. Oh, that's neat. Up he goes! And it's a goal! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Bernardo Silva. This is gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
We all love a tryer, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Ruben Dias cuts out the pass. Nice interception, well timed. Rodri. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. It'll be a throw-in. Alcaraz. Branthwaite. Oh, there's a probing ball. Lewis. Cherki. And here's Holland. He's gone for goal!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Idrissa Gueye. Aim forwards. Ruben Dias gets over and intercepts. Donnarumma sends that a long way. Branthwaite. Idrissa Gueye, gently done. And it's hoisted clear. Bernardo Silva. Gueye. Coleman, oh, good-looking ball. Vardiol. Cherki. Up towards the front line. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Played towards the other side. McNeil. Bernardo Silva, over to the left. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Holland. And he's... Holland! And that is a save of real quality. Not easy by any means.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Lewis. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. It's played into the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Throw it. Jackie. Rodri. And here's Foden. Shapes to shoot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Rodri is offering a right smile there.
Branthwaite tries to clear. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And that has been clubbed away. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at... He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Ruben Dias, and it's Bernardo Silva. Doku. Have it back and can go again. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Cherki. Rodri. Doku. Alcaraz did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Doku surely had to know he had the support to his right, and if he didn't, he just needs to get his head up.
Coleman. Now it's McNeil. McNeil crosses it in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's played forward. Alcaraz. And here's McNeil. Idrissa Gueye. Nice control. And here's McNeil. Oh, such a clever touch. Here's McNeil. That has been knocked clear. Mikolenko, and he goes cross-field. Idrissa Gueye. Moved on forwards. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Out to the right. Doku. Holland. Holland laid out to the left flank. And here's Holland.
Holland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Cherki. Gueye. Vardiol. really well manoeuvred. Gehi. Lewis. Cherki. Rodri. Vardiol. Ruben Dias. Doku. Very nicely done. Cherki. And here's Holland. Foden, here comes the cross. Too long, and over the line. Idrissa Gueye. And it's Dewsbury Hall. Gehi gets it clear. Mikolenko chooses to go cross-field. There are a few waiting for it. Out towards the flank. Idrissa Gueye. And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Really well cleared. Bernardo Silva shifted upfield. Doku. Holland. Cherki. Spread out to the left. Doku. Oh, that is a good... And Bernardo Silva! Same again, same outcome. Clearly not happy with that. Foden. Cherki. Lovely feet. Foden. Now it's hard. Can he finish? No mistake. They have come roaring back.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Really will be annoyed. They failed to make anything of their lead, and it's so typical that this happens.
Ruben Dias.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Vardiol. Moved on forwards. Coleman cuts it out. Oh, can he get onto this? Ruben Dias makes the interception. Gehi aim forwards. Foden. And here's Holland. And here's Doku. Coleman is there, and he can get that clear. Goes for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Ndiaye. He came in hard, very hard. Rodri. Rodri, gently done. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And the counter is on. Coleman. And it's played forward. Holland. Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Foden. Foden plays it in. Foden. Cherki. He's cut it out. Branthwaite forwards and with intent. Dewsbury Hall. Out to the left it goes. That has found him in acres of space. Lewis gets good distance on it. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Now it's Holland. Doku. Branthwaite gets it away. He's through here. Foden. And it's Lewis. Cherki. That's good play. Proves too strong. And they can counter here. That's a look and place it forward. It's just beyond his reach. Cherki. And here's Holland. This looks promising. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rodri played out towards the right wing. Chooses to go back. And he thumps it clear. And here's Holland. Holland spread out to the left. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's been taken short. Rodri. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Vadio. Gehi. Cherki. Vadio. Doku. Holland. Doku. Over to the left. Plenty waiting in the middle. Bernardo's. And the shot! No, not this time.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
calmly anticipates. That's really well manoeuvred. Foden. Cherki. Vardiol. Rodri. Lewis. Alcaraz. Oh, good spread. Coleman. Coleman forwards and with intent. Rodri. Foden. Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias shifted upfield. Alcaraz. Grealish. Strong running down that left flank.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
So there's going to be another change here.
You know, you can't really have any complaints at being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
Cherki. Vardiol. Ruben Dias. Cherki. Foden, who does have an assist to his name. Cherki. Lewis. And here's Foden. Cherki. Now it's Holland. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Cherki! Foden goes short. And here's Foden. Header! Couldn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Ruben Dias wins the duel this time. Beto played out to the left flank, back into the middle. Vardiol getting this one clear. And the keeper beats it away. McNeil played into the box. Played back in. And it's Coleman. Coleman. McNeil. And the shot! Oh, that probably deserved better.
Oh, that was a cracking ball in because it just took the goalkeeper out of the equation.
Gahey, gently done. Foden. And here's Holland, out to the right. Lewis could try cutting inside here. Great challenge, time to perfection. Lewis tries a cross. Vardiol. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Real chance! McNeil has found the net here, of course. Coleman aim forwards. Ruben Dias. Bernardo Silva. Moved on forwards. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Grealish. That's a good run down the left. That's very neat. Can he deliver? Grealish delivers. It's gone out for a throw-in. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And here's McNeil. Oh, what a climb! Call at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Rodri. And it's played forward. McNeil. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
O'Reilly. Rodri. That's really well manoeuvred. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Holland. Foden. He's in space and looking for options. Climbs up big! And he's straight offside.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Pickford, long ball by the goalkeeper. Great defending, strong and determined. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Vardiol, gently done. Chance to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Holland clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Moved on forwards. Dewsbury Hall. They've won a corner. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Grealish. Grealish shifted upfield. Rodri. Rodri forwards and with intent. And it's Bernardo Silva. Picks it up out wide. Vardiol. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. get rid.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Takes a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Foden. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game, and
Holland! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. And he's there to get it away. Ruben Dias. And here's Foden. And here's Holland. And it's O'Reilly. Succumbs to the pressure.
concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
They'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Ruben Dias. Yehi. Ruben Dias. Holland chasing after it. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Crossed into... Oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Bernardo Silva. Ruben Dias, aim forwards. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Haaland. Haaland spread out to the left. O'Reilly. The final 5 minutes. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. A couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Cleared without complication. Bernardo Silva. Rodri.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Rodri. Vardiol. Moved on forwards. And it's Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. Oh, super. Holland! And he's there to clear it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
McNeil. Oh, he's found support out wide. They need to get it in quick. Out to the left it goes. Could move up a gear here. O'Reilly. Bernardo Silva.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ruben Dias getting this one clear. And here's Beto.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
It's a quick ball upfield. Tarkowski cuts it out. Dewsbury Hall. Idrissa Gueye. They are right into last chance territory. Played out to the right. He's got away. Neil gets across him. O'Reilly.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Rodri. That's a lovely, neat pass. And claimed it back swiftly. Holland. And it's been played through. Chance, surely! Guardiol. And that's been well dealt with. Beto. Well, they could break here. Branthwaite. We are into stoppage time. Aimed in towards the centre. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Up he goes! And he's heaved it away. And it's played forward. Ruben Dias with the clearance. O'Reilly. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Holland. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Final whistle and confirmation, we are headed for penalties.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.